Hi everybody, my name is Kaitlin Studt, and today I'll be talking to you all about my passion project titled Theater for All. My mission statement was to make theater a place where all people feel included, especially the disabled, economically disadvantaged, or minorities as a whole. For this project, I created a diversity statement, worked on local elementary schools, Arbor Bay and Hoover School, as well as the whole San Carlos School District. A couple reflection questions before we continue. Do we have equality and equity in our communities? Do you think there even is a difference between equality and equity? Why do I empathize with this population? The disabled, economically disadvantaged, and certain minority groups are actually often excluded from society. Theater has been a creative place for me, but I realize I'm the only person with a disability and a minority, as being half Asian and half white. As a result, I decided to pursue my passion to promote theater diversity by reaching out to those in the excluded communities. Minority actor representation as of 2019 is about 13% in theater. In comparison, our U.S. population has about 40% of minorities in that time. This uneven number statistic made me more eager to pursue my passion project. Diversity in our communities. Looking at our communities, I found examples of economic and ethnic diversity. In Redwood City, for example, Hoover School in our 2017-2018 school year, as shown in the chart, has lower reading and math test scores, but a higher percentage of students with free and reduced lunch, compared to Right Cloud, another public school in the same district. This means that many families at Hoover are not able to afford extras like theater classes, performances, and other arts. This inverse relationship is how a low-income school is determined. It is also important to note that Hoover has a 95% Hispanic rate as compared to our state average of about 50%, with over 2/3 of family at Hoover eligible for free lunch in comparison to the state average lunch of around 50%. This is one of the main reasons why Hoover School was targeted as a portion of my project. Disability is physical and academic. Services like the California Children's Services in San Mateo help children with physical disabilities. Also, alternative learning schools are created to help students with learning challenges or disabilities to succeed in their education. For example, Arbor Bay School in San Carlos. I partnered with the San Carlos Children's Theater, also known as SCCT, to complete this mission. Before I continued with the design thinking process, I couldn't complete the ideation stage until I found some mentors. I started acting at the San Carlos Children's Theater, and I thought since the staff was already familiar with me for a while, this could be a good place to start. My mentors were Kaitlin Savage, the artistic director, and Donna Avanzino, the executive director. They were thrilled to work on this project with me. Kaitlin mentored me on our programming side of this project, and Donna supported me in making connections with our communities and our schools. Brainstorming time. With our mentors, we came up with a few ideas. An idea was to offer a free drama class at a high news school to expose students to theater. The idea was targeted at Hoover School in Redwood City. We also introduced a short workshop format for disabled students as an easy introduction to theater. I wanted to create a diversity statement for SCCT to let our families know SCCT is a theater that's open for everyone. We also thought it may be good to conduct a teacher development day for our theater to make staff more aware of how we can assist disabled students and minorities as a whole. Our prototype had 3 of the 4 ideas listed on the last slide, but we could not really get the staff development day down due to some timing reasons. Our final project consisted of 4 parts as we moved on through the school year, but it included another piece which will add a great deal of impact. I will explain it in further detail. Our race, diversity, inclusion, and equity statement. It's important to understand why we do not call this an equality statement. Equality just means giving everyone the same resources, whereas equity specifically means that resources are redistributed based on economic needs of the people around us. We chose the word equity to demonstrate we are providing scholarships and free classes and events to give access to those who may not be able to afford theater. Including our race and diversity demonstrates we empathize with the struggles of our minority groups and embrace diversities as gifts. Arbor Bay. Miss Susan Rose, Arbor Bay School Director, was a former SCCT parent who approached us to bring theater to kids at her school. As a result, the project was quickly arranged and put into practice. In this workshop, we played various theater games like Family Photo, where the kids posed as various nouns to get their bodies in creative juices flowing, all part of the original theater work. After the session, Miss Rose and many of the teachers who were able to watch and participate emailed us thanking us for creating a workshop. I had the job of creating our main curriculum for this Hoover class, which was to finally put on the end of a play at the end of 8 weeks. The assistant coordinator was Miss Veronica Lobos, a staff member at Hoover. The play I picked was called Fred the Skunk by Chuck Novatica, about a story of inclusion and diversity using our lovable animals. We casted roles and worked with the kids. This was the first ever theater class at Hoover, which meant this was the kids' first acting experience. At the final performance, the principal of Hoover, Mr. Ramiro Carranza, was able to participate, and at the end, he even said he wanted to continue this partnership with SCCT. Diversity and inclusion video. The last part of my project was actually a bit of a surprise, but it really added to our impact. SCCT and I were asked by the San Carlos Children's Theater to create a short video about diversity for the K-8 schools to be viewed during their Ability Awareness Week, which talks about disabilities. Arena Suzuki and I, another senior, adapted the script Mix by Ari Chung. I helped recruit various local and international actors to participate in our video. Our focus and theme was to be unique and be ourselves. The video was shown to over 3,000 students in the district, and we received many thanks and positive feedback for creating this call to action. Here's a quick snippet.
It's a story of acknowledging, accepting, and loving each other's differences and embracing each person's individuality, what makes them them. We hope it helps you think about your community and all the wonderful, different, and amazing people who are in it, and how you can help make sure they feel welcome and loved.
How did this prototype come together? In October, we drafted the diversity statement, and I pitched my idea to SCCT, and we started this prototype. We immediately started drafting the diversity statement, and with the help of the Silicon National Brown Profits as our model. We were able to get the diversity statement approved by the SCCT board and posted it on the website in November. We started to also work on the Hoover curriculum around this time. At the same time, we quickly agreed with Arbor Bay and Miss Susan Rose on the workshop format and our plan. In December, I was able to help conduct the first workshop at Arbor Bay, which was a thrill to get started. At the start of 2021, we began the full Hoover class and added to our project to district video, which was scripted and filmed in actually a matter of approximately 2 weeks. The video and the class were finished and submitted in March. Staying true to our Notre Dame hallmarks. We embraced the gifts of diversity. Through the schools, I was able to encourage others to join theater. The diversity statement and the videos are the permanent, lasting impacts of this hallmark to the community. In addition, our mission statement came from this hallmark as well. We educate for and act on behalf of peace and justice in the world. Through the schools and the video, I was able to encourage others to join the theater. The video is a great and fun way to promote social justice issues to encourage the next generation to learn from our mistakes. The diversity statement was actually the first in success and permanent impact because this statement will be on the website long after my project. Because of the relationships of SCCT that already existed, I knew exactly who to reach out to and who was able to get the schools interested in our project. This raised support from the community because teachers and schools already knew SCCT's reputation with their students and knew we would do a good job on everything. Adding the video for Ability Awareness Week was an added bonus which increased my impact and spread the message to the entire San Carlos School District. I was also really grateful for the support and thanks I received from this project from everyone to teachers to administrators. What could have been improved? Enrollment at Hoover was actually slow, and we ended up with 18 kids a while, but only 5 or 6 actually showed up. Although this was considered a low-income school, many students spoke mainly Spanish and had no access to computers or printers when it came time to printing our scripts. Although a wonderful surprise, the video offer from the San Carlos School District came at about the last minute, so we were scrambling to write the script and find our actors. Had we been asked a couple months earlier by the district, we could have created a more complete script and video. How you can help continue the diversity effort. As I close this project and conclude, I'd like to share with you a few ways you could bring social justice to your local community members. The first step is to be unique and open to others. You must be also willing to hear their perspectives. Our differences is what makes us unique and original. Finally, support local and original diverse materials and actors in the arts. We can only imagine what we can presently see. Finally, understand individual talents and how we can use individuality to make something beautiful. Be unique and be yourselves. Thank you.